Along with rotisserie chickens, Kirkland-brand wine, and massive packs of toilet paper, it's time to add a new must-buy to your Costco list: the tiramisu cake. Here's why the big box brands fans swear by it. A classic tiramisu recipe is pretty simple. Alongside baking staples like eggs and sugar, it's just ladyfingers, cocoa powder, mascarpone, rum, and espresso. Some more adventurous recipes add raspberry or lemon or even pumpkin, but those definitely aren't for everybody. Purists will be relieved to learn that Costco's tiramisu is made up of just the classic ingredients. And that doesn't make it boring. After all, tiramisu is far from a one-note wonder, and finding the perfect balance and proportion of each ingredient is crucial to making a tiramisu that everyone at the table desires. With that in mind, one of the reasons fans find the Costco tiramisu cake so good is that it maintains just the right balance of flavors. One user on ChickAdvisor raves that Costco's tiramisu cake doesn't go overboard with any of the potentially overwhelming flavors like coffee or alcohol. A YouTube reviewer agrees that Costco tiramisu cake offers the ideal balance, praising its subtle coffee taste, ideal cake-to-cream ratio, and appropriate level of sweetness. Balancing so many powerful ingredients in a single dessert is no easy feat, but Costco tiramisu cake fans report that they've definitely pulled it off. There's one key reason most people shop at Costco, and it's the price. People typically expect most Costco buys to be a great deal.
I feel so calm here, just knowing all the bulk deals are waiting.
Fortunately, the Costco tiramisu cake is yet another affordable purchase offered at the megastore chain. Pasta.com claims that the price isn't just good, but it's actually the best reason to buy a Costco tiramisu cake. They further note that it even goes on sale occasionally, making it an even better buy. Honolulu Magazine, meanwhile, wasn't the biggest fan of the cake itself, but they had to admit that it was an extreme value for the money, especially when cut into 7 slices equivalent to the sizes found at restaurants. If you're wondering whether it wouldn't be cheaper to whip up a tiramisu cake yourself, Rather Be Shopping reports that it's definitely not in this case. With the number and volume of ingredients you'd need, this is a rare case of a finished product being cheaper to purchase than going to the trouble to make it yourself. Part of what makes Costco's offering so affordable is that it sells lots of things in bulk. And while tiramisu cakes aren't sold in packs of 12 or anything, even just one is a seriously hefty confection. Cost Cuisine reports that Costco's tiramisu cake is large enough to feed up to 15 people if necessary. To use another metric, Hip to Save notes that Costco's tiramisu cake is more than 2 pounds. Specifically, according to the label, the weight is 38 ounces or 2.38 pounds. When you consider how light and airy a slice of tiramisu is, 38 ounces is a pretty astonishing amount of cake. Given just how much tiramisu comes in a box from Costco, it's very likely that it's not something that can be finished in one sitting. That is, unless you're bringing it to a party or to the office, or you happen to have a lot of kids.
Boys eat a lot, you know that.
Yeah.
So that way, you got one for each boy.
2?
At least.
All right.
But Costco buyers don't have to worry about trying to down a whole cake for fear it'll go bad, because the chain's tiramisu cake is made to last a while. Pasta.com reports that you can simply freeze the cake without worry, and it'll be ready for you when you find yourself craving tiramisu again later. A Redditor who claims to work for Costco confirms that the cake arrives at Costco bakeries frozen, so it's made to withstand freezing temperatures and come out the other end just as light and fluffy as if it were freshly made. And if you are planning to bring your Costco cake to a special event, Pasta.com also confirms this cake is sturdy enough to withstand travel despite its delicate composition, making it an especially worry-free purchase. Cooking competition shows and viral culinary TikToks have put presentation and plating toward the top of the must list for any dish foodies encounter today. Perhaps no course has relied on beauty and wow factor more than the decadence of dessert. Cakes are expected to look better than presentable. After all, the whole appeal of Nailed It is laughing at cakes that look truly unappetizing compared to their professional-made counterparts. Luckily, in the case of the Costco tiramisu cake, fans say it's every bit as lovely as you'd hope. Costco's tiramisu cake seems to slightly change in appearance either over time or depending on the location where it's purchased. But fans love the presentation regardless. When Cost Cuisine reviewed the tiramisu cake, they applauded its lovely appearance, specifically appreciating the decorative coffee bean flourishes atop extra dollops of frosting on the cake's top. While Yahoo seems to have reported on a different presentation of the Costco tiramisu cake, they were equally impressed with its appearance, calling it gorgeous. If you'll be serving this at your own party or presenting it as a hostess gift for someone else's get-together, rest assured that guests are just as likely to be impressed by how lovely the Costco tiramisu looks. Okay, here's the most important reason of all. Yes, the Costco tiramisu cake actually tastes good. Reviewers aren't just gaga for the balance, the flavor profiles, the consistency, the size, and the price. They also simply love eating it. Despite a few notes about areas for improvement, one YouTube taste tester rated the tiramisu cake as quite good overall, particularly praising the use of real cream in the frosting. An Instagram account focused on Costco deals had no quibbles at all, calling the tiramisu cake a little slice of Italy and deeming it one of their all-time favorite Costco bakery buys. If that's not enough to encourage someone to take the plunge and try one for themselves, it's likely nothing will.
It's tiramisu. Thank you, my favorite.